I've been with the Dust Queen Group since 2010. Shelley Barless is the owner of the company. A few years back, we'd had a relationship for a number of years, a fairly long relationship with another IT company, and we knew some of the issues that we were having. We were on a server, and we were having difficulties. We knew that the server was getting old, and we needed to upgrade. So obviously we went to them first, and we asked them to put together a package of what we're going to need to upgrade and replace. And they did. They came back. They probably answered the questions exactly the way to my questions. Okay, and I had this big price tag, and it was at the point, and it was to replace the server and everything else, and I had it left a couple of questions in my mind, and I believe I was talking to another business associate, and they said to me, have I tried talking to Kieran? And so we had Kieran come in, and Reach came up, the first couple of meetings, and but we said to him, I said the very same thing. I said, we understand that our server is getting old, and we want to replace it. So, are you able to, put something together that's going to take us forward for the next 10 years anyway? And from that meeting, he said, can I ask you, why do you think you need a server? Well, it's all of a sudden, we're really quite surprised. So, wow, gee, that's like, we've been told for all these years we need a server, and then as this one became, the one we have is becoming antiquated, we need to upgrade it, and we'll have to replace it. And he said, well, let me look into this. But he said, I think with your business, we could put it up in the cloud, and you wouldn't need to have a server on site. So that was, that was like a breath of fresh air. So anyway, after them doing let's say like a needs analysis, a customer needs analysis, they came back and said, I don't think you're going to need a server. We're gonna put together a package. It's going to make a number of recommendations, and we'll go from there. So they did, and they did an outstanding job, because call it a presentation, call it what you will, it all came down to a strategy, and it was like a project strategy, and they were going to they turned around and they laid it out. They did up a drawing for us, and took into it took everything into consideration: firewalls, the type of products we needed to go to, and how it would be set up. And it was like an organizational chart of execution strategy, and so we were convinced at that point. And what they told us was, we do not need to have an on-site server, and so that was great. Now, do we have a server in the cloud? Yes, we do, and but it's a no muss, no fuss thing for us, and whenever there have been online issues that we have, Kieran's our support group. They respond, they get the job done, and I don't believe that in the last few years that whenever I've had to send in a help request to the service department, I don't think there's ever been an unhappy moment where it didn't get done. I find their technical support people to be very good at what they do. Well, The right choice, absolutely. I mean, I come to work every day. I'm not thinking about whether I'm going to be offline. And if for some reason something happens with one of our software packages and we are offline, I've got all the confidence in the world that I'm going to be back online, within less than an hour, because I reach out to Kieran support, and somebody gets back to me right away. If I don't phone, if I just send in a ticket automatically online, and somebody gets back to me right away, and they are able to dial into our computers, and they've as a matter of fact, we bought all our hardware. We upgraded everything when we went to Office 365. We decided to upgrade all our hardware, so everybody here got new computers, and Kieran has got them all marked and identified. It's like in the old days, when I say the old days, using Kieran's predecessor, it would be like, okay, what computer are you on? I'm on mine. Okay, like there was nothing identified. Like this is all, it's very smooth. We've got the identification right on our computer. I just, turn around and say, I'm on such and such, and they're able to dial in right away and fix the issue. And like I said, it all comes down to confidence and peace of mind, I guess, is probably a wonderful phrase in our relationship with Kieran. Like, they've been there for us. I understand that during the last 2 years of COVID, we're known as an essential business, and Kieran is known as an essential business to us. So our people were still coming to work every day, and I understand that a lot of Kieran support crews, they were working from home and whatnot, but there was never an issue. I was because yes, we've had we have different internet-based software programs that we work with, and sometimes they go down. That's not a Kieran issue. But what happens is we turn to Kieran first, and our accounting package, they deal directly with the with the manufacturer of the product, and so all I'll have to do is tell them that this is an issue that we're having. I don't know if it's your responsibility or somebody. They just say, leave it with me. We'll get into it, and invariably I get a call back within the hour and say, okay, look, we've been able to do this, that, and the other, and they may require a password from me for the other software, and they take care of it. So, again, it just comes down to peace of mind. And another issue that we had during these past 2 COVID years is we had a small fire in our office, and it was in the storage room. And the fire damage was very limited. It was only $2,500 in fire damage, but we had $350,000 of water damage from sprinkler systems, and the computers, all the computers that we had used Kieran to acquire for us, back in January of 2020, they were all destroyed. But we told them what we needed, and out of their hands was the supply chain issues, because a lot of these manufacturing facilities were down. They brought me a loaner. They brought up loaners here so that we had to, we weren't missing a beat, and we were working, right back up and working the next day, and they got our equipment on order. They took care of it. Then when all the equipment came in, they brought it all down and got everything all hooked up. And so it's like you wouldn't even know that we had an issue from water damage on our computers, because we were never offline. Let's put it that way. And so that's what they did to help us keep us going in business. So during the COVID years, but it was for an unrelated matter. The whole idea is I come in the morning and I turn it on, and this is my tool, and I do. If something's not working, it's like, what do I do? And so whenever in doubt, I call Kieran. Every month they send a report, a report on our equipment. As a matter of fact, it takes in a number of different areas. It talks about the condition, it talks about the age, it talks about the life expectancy. And they're upgrading. They're always upgrading. As a matter of fact, I do know that cyber theft is really getting to be big. I'd had a conversation. They got a hold of me a number of months ago to tell me that they were going to be upgrading their system for the cyber technology that they needed to make their system that much more stronger and powerful against any type of an attack. And and at the same time, I took that lead. I went back to our insurance company to find out what type of coverage we had, insurance coverage for any type of cyber theft. And you know what? It was nominal. It was a very, very small amount. I think like $10,000, and really $10,000 is nothing. And with our we had our insurance company put a rider in for increased cyber technology funding. But again, I'm not a technical person and can't really speak intelligently on it. But I listen to what Kieran is telling me, and I'm not skeptical of it. I believe it, and so I see what they're doing, and what they're doing is to protect my interest as well. So, and we often say, is this, can you tell me, is this legitimate? And they'll get back and they'll say, no, it's phishing. We've blocked that. You won't get anything like that again. And so it does. It's a good partnership. It really is. But everybody here feels the very same, that if there's any issue at all, they know they just go to support and it gets resolved. Confidence, for one word or phrase, again, peace of mind. That's huge. And I'm sure that would be huge with anybody that runs their business on their computer. We met in the boardroom, and they put our execution plan, I guess, the proposal, which was the strategy on what they were going to do for us. They had it up on the screen, and they went through it so that we were completely comfortable with what they were going to do, with the timelines that was going to be done. It was that type of proposal that, I was completely sold on it. But I believe that we received every bit as professional a presentation as they would have made to, an IBM. Or an EPCOR, let's put it that way. Never once did we feel like, oh yeah, here, we can do this for you. It was just a real quick, fast, and down and dirty thing. No, it was very professional. It was structured. I knew what dates this was going to be done, that was going to be done, and when the whole project was going to be completed. So yeah, we were very happy with it. They do know that we're not in a position to be offline for any period of time. Our business in the cleaning industry, we have the Dust Queen group comprises of the residential cleaning division and a commercial cleaning division, and within those two divisions we have a carpet cleaning division. And our business is like a daily business, especially on the residential side. Customers phoning, wanting to book, everybody's got an emergency, can you do it today? If the system goes down, we're blind. We're blind. We're getting telephone calls and everything has to go manual. If we don't have access to that software, then You know, like people are looking for fast and furious quotes, like they call. They want a price. They don't want you to say, "Can I call you back in a couple of days?" or "Can I call you back tomorrow?" That's not our business. From everything I've seen with Kieran, I think Kieran's capable of handling just about any business. You know, like he's got a server, they're operating in the cloud, they've got, you know, computer technology that they're working with in their business, which I think has to be 99 and 94, 100% of all businesses today. The principals of this company, I find, know their stuff better than anyone. And, you know, and like I said, we've been in business 32 years. So, you know, when computers first came out, you know, in the 90s, was it late 80s or something like that, where small business was having computers, we had them. And, you know, and it's been you know, and then we realized then that it was, what we need to do is align ourselves with somebody that knows how to fix these things. And that's going back a long, long time. And I think one of the best moves we ever made was when we started building a relationship with Kieran.